Well, Arsenal has gone ahead, obviously failed to collect 3 points and really close down on Liverpool aggressively. I know the chase the chase is now at a tortoise pace because Arsenal has just gone ahead, obviously collect one out of the possible 3 points, and I'm like, what else is supposed to be done for the side of Arteta to obviously see to it that his team really gets back to winning ways, as it had gone ahead obviously win the previous 3 Premier League games ever since they got from the international break. Welcome to this channel. Rokani David is my name. Smash like button, comment and share. Full time Arsenal won, and we are seeing Fulham has also gone ahead obviously score 1 goal in there for you. Again, Arsenal have gone ahead obviously score from a set piece, and oh my, they're the set piece kings, obviously, So as it stands, it's really very, 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 very disheartening for the club of Arsenal. But I would love to obviously tell everyone, not every time you're supposed to win. But one thing I liked about Arsenal is they are consistent. They've played very well, and this is the biggest kudos I'm going to be giving the manager of Arsenal. They played very well. Luck wasn't onto their side. You get the winner that was scored by Bukayo Saka, that left foot, like the front boot of the left foot of Martinelli being just a fraction offside. You understand? On any other day, that would have gone ahead, obviously stand. You understand? So Arsenal played everything. They did everything in their favor to obviously break down the side of Fulham, but Fulham was really solid and they defended very well, and even luck was on the side of Fulham. So I go by the names of Rokani David. This is the Rokani Media Football. Hope you guys are really having fun. Arsenal came into this game of football knowing that when they win, they're obviously going to go some points ahead of Man City, and they'll be closing in on Liverpool. Meaning that if Liverpool go ahead to win their game in hand, you know what will happen? There will be 10 points. There will be like how many points? There will be 10 points, right? Ahead of Arsenal. So it looks like it's really hard. And as we look right now, Chelsea is leading by 3-2, and they're really going to be surpassing the side of Arsenal. And it looks like Chelsea are really going to be giving the real chase for the side of Liverpool. So Arteta is really one of those managers that people are really going to call unlucky, because this was a very huge moment for them to close down on Liverpool and really pile more pressure onto Liverpool. And if you are going into these games knowing that you have no any other big team to play until the first half of the season comes to an end, you have to be winning these games, But the London Derby has not gone ahead as expected, and the weekend has seen Manchester United lose. City has dropped points, Arsenal has dropped points, and we don't know how the game of Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea is really going to end. But it has not gone ahead to be a very good week, by the way. Very, very highly competitive week, and obviously the big teams haven't gone ahead, obviously come out, and obviously all the traditional top teams are really not really putting in the real shift as anticipated. But you look at how Fulham came up and obviously defended those corners, and looks like they're targeting Saliba, and they put a player known as Ahmad Traore to obviously track all his moves and obviously block any of his plans to obviously torment them, and he really got the assignment right. And it showed you that Arsenal really had to change the pattern of bringing in set pieces in the second half to obviously overcome that threat of that team that goes by the names of Fulham, to overcome the threat that Arsenal brings in the set pieces. So it is really highly demanding to obviously collect points there, because last season it ended 2-1 in favor of Fulham, and this time around Arsenal has shown up, and I tell you, they did all what they had to do. But one thing I really blame Mikel Arteta about is that his tactics, and not really trying to obviously jiggle around lots of things. He brought on Martinelli, but for me the biggest substitution of the day was taking off Martin Odegaard and bringing on Nwaneri. And for me, he ticked that box. Amid him doing all things right and some a little bit wrong, I really loved it. I really loved it when I saw this guy, Nwaneri, come on to replace Martin Odegaard. And if you want your team to keep that rhythm, and you know to it that the team plays on Martin Odegaard, you need to obviously rest him, you know, because he had reached his depth and there is no way he could obviously go any further. And he brought in a young boy in Waneri, and you saw his touches in the middle of the park, and you saw to it that he was really fearless. He came up and he was like, I'm willing to obviously put in the required shift altogether to see to it that everything really comes on and really puts everything to where it deserves to be. So I tell you, I don't want to hear people coming out and really slating Arsenal what. They did what they had to do. I think they did what they had to do, but it wasn't their day. It wasn't their day because they created chances, you know, and they just couldn't see to it that all goes into their plan. So that's how the game of football really went down at the stadium of Craven Cottage. It's really a hard stadium to go to, and Marco Silva has gone ahead to do a very good job there. You know, very many teams have gone ahead and obviously stumbled from that side, and they are paying a visit to Liverpool very soon. Now, these were the stats. Two shots by Fulham at goal. Arsenal had 12. 2 shots on target by Fulham, 4 shots on target by Arsenal, 33% ball possession by Fulham, 67% ball possession by Arsenal, 295 passes completed by Fulham, then 590 passes completed by Arsenal, 72% passing accuracy by Fulham, 88% passing accuracy by Arsenal, 10 fouls by Fulham, then 9 fouls by Arsenal. 4 yellow cards to Fulham, 2 yellow cards to Arsenal, and one of the yellow cards that went to a Fulham player, that is Bassi, was all meant that they are not gonna come up. They are really not gonna have him when they're playing Liverpool next weekend. Then 0 red cards to both sides, 0 offsides to Fulham, and 3 offsides to Arsenal. 0 corners to Fulham and 6 corners to the side of Arsenal. Now the table, with Chelsea leading by 4-2, they've scored a penalty through Kyle Palmer. We now have the table, and this is how it looks like. Liverpool, 35 points, 14 games. Chelsea is now having 31 points, right? 4 points behind Liverpool. Then Arsenal, 29 points after drawing. Man City, 27 points after drawing with Crystal Palace. Nottingham is having 15 points after beating is having 25 points after beating Manchester United. Aston Villa, 25 points, 6th position. Brighton is 7th with 24 points. That's how the table is really looking like. So we are waiting to see how everything is really gonna be going on to the end of the first half of the season, and see how these players are really willing to obviously turn around the season. But all in all, not a bad display by Arsenal, not the result they wanted. They did all what they had to do, but all what you have to know is games of football are really about 3 results: a win, a draw, and a loss. And Arsenal have gone ahead obviously with the needful and failed to really do this. And that shows you that taints are really there on Arsenal winning the trophy, because Chelsea are now winning by 4-2. I think Spurs doesn't have that other gear to obviously come in through and obviously score 2 goals. Never say never in the game of football, but I'll come here and really give you the match reaction after this game of football. But I don't see them really coming back. I'm telling you the truth. So your reactions to Fulham 1, Arsenal 1 are welcome in the comment section below. Tell me your thoughts about the huge update about Arsenal and what they are supposed to do. Are they still on the track to win the trophy or not? I believe it's still too early to give away the trophy. That's what I'm really thinking. It's still too early, and I think we still have a long way to go. So that's what we had for you in here for you onto the Rokani Media Football. Go into the comment section and tell us what your thoughts are about this fixture. Remember, we are powered by Mono Gadgets, dealers in brand new phones and brand new laptops, and just call them on +256 70 99 88 665, and the rest is gonna be history. So I'm out for now. See you later. I'm returning with the reaction of Chelsea 4, Tottenham Hotspur 2. 2. Arsenal failing to win the London Derby, and Chelsea win it. Bye-bye.